Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are we doing today? If you're feeling happy, excited, ready to move your body, that's awesome. If you're feeling a little down, a little unsure, that's okay too. It's your feelings. But I'm just glad you're here with me today to take care of your body. Now, today's focus is going to be top 3 mobility and stretches for those who work from home. So if you notice you're in a very much rounded posture, if you notice your legs are tight, we're kind of hitting a little bit of upper and lower body today. This is for you. But before we get started, I like to calm the nervous system. So have you close your eyes. You're gonna breathe in for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna hold that breath for 3, 2, 1. And then you're gonna let it all out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more time, breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath for 3, 2, 1. And let it all out for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you guys can open your eyes. So we're gonna start with the lower body. So if you're sitting at a desk, sometimes your legs feel tight, or when you stand up, honestly, even your back or your legs are feeling tight as well. I got something for you. So these are called sciatic nerve glides. A lot of times people believe that they have tight hamstrings, and sometimes it's actually your nerve not moving the way it should. So this is a way to check it out. So you're gonna lie on your back. I like to be hook lying or have my knees bent on one side. The other side, I'm grabbing behind the thigh. So the goal is to straighten your knee as much as you can, and you're gonna point and flex your foot. Say you're here. If you feel a stretch, great job. If you feel pain, numbness, tingling, no. Nerves are not like muscles. Nerves do not want to be upset because they will make you pay for it. They're vindictive, so you gotta honor them. Anywho, so you are gonna actually bend to a point. Sometimes people end up all the way here. Sometimes they're in between. But if you feel a slight stretch, doesn't have to be much, that's a good place to be. And then the goal is over time, you will be able to straighten if you're consistent. So we're gonna be here for about 20 toe flicks, and then we'll switch. I actually really needed this today, so this is awesome for me too. Okay, you can bring that leg down. Now we're moving to the other side. So remember, we're keeping the thigh 90 degrees to the ground, supporting it with your hand. And again, decide how high or how low you're going. This one, I can still straighten, but it is tighter for me. So you're gonna notice one side might be a little tighter than the other, and that's okay. That's why you give them separate attention. Make sure you're breathing. Ten more. Okay. So our next one, still including the legs, and this is to stretch out this area here And you might feel it in your quad as well. I actually recommend having a mat or something softer here. My knees can handle it just because I stretch a lot and I'm on my knees a lot with the stretches. So I'm gonna actually have you, let's go this way so you can see my back a little bit more so I can show you what we're gonna do. So a lot of times people are like, oh, this is a stretch we're already used to. We already know this, Dr. Drea. Do you? Because a lot of people, they just go into it and they're like, oh, I'm here, I can be here forever. But what are you doing here? You wanna make sure you tuck your tail. So we're not arching, we're tucking. When you do that, you should feel it in front of your hip a bit more than you were before. Sometimes this is enough for people, so you can leave it here. If it's not, you can lean forward, but make sure you keep this tuck. If you notice it untucks, you need to stay where you are here. So you can hold this for 30 seconds. If you would like, you can also grab, which is why it's helpful to have something underneath. Grab here, but make sure to keep, so don't arch like I'm doing. You're gonna tuck your tail. And we have another 15 seconds here. And that's more of a stretch for the quad as well as this. Also, another pro tip, don't lean forward. You wanna make sure you're upright because that will take away the stretch if you lean forward. Okay, on to the other side. I'm actually gonna get a pillow because bending the knee is not the most comfortable. So, once you're all set up, if you need to get a pillow, feel free. We're making sure we're tucked here, so tucking. You should feel it on the other side, and we're leaning forward. If you would like, you can grab that back foot, but make sure you keep that still tucked. Sometimes people don't, well, most people need the hip flexor stretch, so you do need to keep it tucked, but sometimes people are like, I just want to stretch my quad. If that's the case, then don't worry about keeping your tail tucked because everybody's body is different. But if you are tight in your hip flexor, tuck it. Okay. Looks like we have about 10 more seconds here. Make sure to breathe, especially if you're tight, and relax. Okay, this pillow came in handy for me too. Okay, last but not least, we're gonna get our chest here, because a lot of the times we do have rounded posture. So all we're doing is we're gonna be in a high kneel position. You're gonna clasp those fingers, and you're just gonna pull down. Usually this is enough to feel it in your chest muscles. If you want, you can also tilt your head back for a neck stretch, but if you have neck pain with that, feel free to keep your head neutral. We're gonna hold for another 15 seconds as we're breathing. We'll do it one more time. Shake it out if you need to. Okay. We'll look at y'all this time. All right, ready? Clasp those fingers and pull down. Look up if you need to. If you feel this in your low back, feel free to squeeze those glute muscles to help support. And if your knees are too uncomfortable, you can sit down on them or do this in a chair. 15 more seconds. Okay, you guys, shake it out. Good job today. So now you have a couple more exercises to do throughout your day, or if you just want to set some time aside. This was only about 10 minutes, so hope you found this helpful. Feel free to like, subscribe, share, save, whatever you do here. And I'll see you next time. Wishing you well.